Our adventure has begun using the Nobody's Start, so we get 5 characters here and no money. And we have started in the hub. Our immediate goal is, of course, to survive. We need food and gear and, well, to not die. And that's all going to be somewhat challenging. I think in the long run, I would like to maybe take the squad and live up in the north. Leviathan Coast, Iron Trail, or maybe Sinkun or Darkfinger. Somewhere scenic, you know, somewhere covered in lots of good resources, maybe a couple cannibals. Keep it interesting, but that's kind of a long-term thing. Oh, why hello, mercenaries. How you guys doing? That's a long-term thing, and we are very much in the early game, the short term. So, let's go on from here. Let's take Neko over here to this little house, which is the house of the Holy Nation Spy. It's always here. Normally there's a bit of stuff in here we can take. It's not nailed down. Alright, let's lockpick this chest open and see what we get today. Other interesting thing is it does look like everyone has started with 2 basic first aid kits, which is actually really nice. I was kind of assuming we didn't have any first aid kits of any kind, so that's going to help. It's one thing we don't have to buy with our no money. Okay, we've got the chest open. So what do we have today? Basically a whole lot of nothing. Leather, dried meat, fabric, some junk stuff. Okay. Let's grab a few more items here. Whatever we can't carry, our friends can carry. Oh, and we are actually... Has everyone started out literally in red hunger? Oh yeah, okay. Everyone very hungry. Got it. For now, our faction name will just be Scavs. Scavengers. That's what we're going to be doing. Alright, let's get over to the bar. In here, we can sell our starter loot. Just go ahead and offload basically all of this. Keeping the tools in case we need to open a container, but the rest of this can go. I normally like to have my characters have a bit of martial arts skill, so we're actually going to do something a little unconventional and just sell all of our iron sticks as well. Martial arts is actually pretty strong once you get it going, so maybe it's not that unconventional. I think we're just going to grab additional first aid kits and bits of food for everyone, or whoever we can afford to feed. Just going to have the whole group follow Neko, and we're going to get out of here. First goal is going to be to head to the bottom right of the border zone. There's an outpost out here that should have some weapons, and there's a way station where we can do business. And hopefully along the way nothing bad happens. So let's start marching. Oh yes, all the way over there, you can actually see it in the distance. That's the military outpost, and that on the left over there should be the way station. That's where we're going. But we've got to navigate through this valley first. I'm intending for this to be something of a relaxed kind of playthrough. I won't be worrying too much about what gear is optimal, or putting people through like optimal hyper-fast combat training or anything. We're just going to kind of live in the world and see where that takes us. Try and get into the spirit of the characters a little bit. See if we can make this little band of scavengers into a force to be reckoned with later. Oh yeah, Serva and Pike are actually still both losing hunger meter relatively fast. Like they're hitting stat penalties, which is a problem. Maybe Clarence can be convinced to share this bowl of Gohan with one of them. Let's go ahead and give that to Zerva. Oh, nope, okay, fine, stop moving. We can't trade on the run. No one is quite speedy enough for that. Oh, he ate the whole bowl. Okay, well, that's all the food we have. Everyone else is just going to have to suffer. And as usual in the border zone, we seem to have gotten lost in terms of pathing. So I'm going to kind of have to manually guide everyone up the other side here, at least until we properly load the areas. There's our switchback that we want to take up. Okay. It should be fine to auto-path now. Yeah, there it goes. I would like to get out of the border zone relatively quickly, just to not have the pathing headaches. If you don't want to die horribly, the early game of Kenshi is pretty limited in what you can take on safely. But maybe we go to Skinner's Realm just to fight bandits and hopefully eventually win. It's also not a bad idea to run all the way out to the Great Desert. Most things there won't kill you, they'll just enslave you, which is not the end, although it is annoying. But basically anywhere else we might travel in the world with basically nothing in character stats and no gear would be a death sentence, probably. And I'd rather not lose any of our founding members in the first few episodes. Alright, there is our abandoned military outpost, holy military base. Surely they won't mind if we grab some weapons and stuff here to sell. So I'm just going to have everyone pick up all of this as best they can. And then we'll haul it all over to the way station for resale. Okay, unfortunately, there are a lot of long cleavers, and we don't really have a bag to fit them in. So everyone's going to be carrying a long cleaver in their hands, and man, I can't pick up the last piece of loot. We don't have enough hands. That's okay. Alright, but from here, we should be able to run. Yep, it's right over there. It's our destination, the way station. Although, carrying all this stuff, we are very encumbered. Some of us are moving quite slowly. Super painful, but I do kind of want to keep the group... Oh, wait, hold on. What is this? Pack of starving bandits. We are not really equipped to deal with yet. I would rather have bedrolls so that we can heal in the field before we engage. And where is Pike? Oh, all the way back there. Okay. Just super slow. Probably shouldn't have her be carrying a ton of stuff just because she's the one with the least food in her. Okay, there we go. Neko will carry stuff. She is a bit stronger. We'll just have to be very sneaky as we make our way to the way station. Patience and caution wins the day here. Alright, and there it is, discovered and on the map. Nice. Alright, oh, what do we have there? That is just a string of nomads. They are not hostile to us, so we are good. Honestly, I think we're good to stop sneaking and just run it in to the Tech Hunter way station here. So this place is basically where I always head early game, if my game start allows me to. There is a spacious bar and inn here where you can get food and sometimes bedrolls and backpacks. There's a supply store if you want to try and build, you know, shacks or a research bench somewhere. You can get that stuff here. And in the back here, there's a skeleton doctor, which we'll see more of here shortly. But alright, everyone up the hill and into the way station. I am super pleased that we did not get into a combat or any other kind of bad situation on the way here. It doesn't always go this way. Half the time I try and start like this, I end up bleeding out into the dirt. That's just kind of how the early game of Kenshi goes. And oh, somewhere way down there, there is combat happening. Probably between the nomads and the bandits. Can't quite tell from here, but that's okay. It's not our problem. We are safe in the way station for now. So let's go into the bar here. Find, oh, the barman is a hive soldier this time. Very nice. Enterprising warrior, retired. His name's Ichiro. I guess he retired from combat to open this bar. Okay, let's do business. We're just gonna sell off all of the weapons we got. So remember, we're gonna try and train up our martial arts first. And then, after everyone understands the basics of unarmed, we'll go into weapons. This may be a little shameful, but we're actually gonna sell our pants as well. And why? Well, they provide no armor bonus. And if you run around naked, I know I said I wasn't going to be super optimal, but if you take off your clothes, you actually get a bonus to stealth. You'll note it says armor equipment bonus 20%. So until we get some decent clothes, we're just going to run around in our loincloths. Be brave. Okay. My preferred type of bag is not here. do have wooden backpacks. I think we're going to elect Bugsby to be our gear carrier. He is a hive worker drone. And we're just going to take, let's see here, we'll take all of the dried meat. Yeah, everyone immediately eats a piece of meat. We definitely needed that. And we're going to take bedroll, sleeping bag. You'll note there are also these expensive bags here, the medical bag and the advanced medical sleeping bag. Those are from a mod, and they basically have a faster recovery rate than the basic sleeping bag, the basic bedroll. But we can't really safely afford that stuff yet, so we're not going to deal with that quite right now. But alright, we're going to have everyone take a seat, except for Neko, who's going to go do some shady business with the skeleton doctor. Is there an open chair up here? Zerva is a loner. He does not sit with the group. Or maybe he just likes the view. Now, I mentioned the views in Kenshi are often pretty spectacular given the game's age and the graphics. Oh, the weather is terrible today, actually. So, this doesn't look good. I'll leave it in anyway for comparison. Later on, we're going to get some good scenic shots, and you can think back on this and compare. Okay. So let's just take Neko over stealthily to the skeleton doctor here. And just kind of walk right in, right up to about the edge of this mat. Now, our stealth icon is yellow. He hasn't quite seen us yet. We're going to open this crate and just grab this stuff while paused. Is this kind of cheaty? A little bit. A little bit. But there are limits. You can only make so much money doing this, and only once a day. The plan is we're going to rob him the one time and then move on unless we experience a major setback and need to come back to replenish cash. Okay. So grab all those kits, right-click behind the door and unpause, and we're just going to hide behind the door. Okay, he's not chasing today, which is good. So let's just get out of here. Skedaddle around the corner. Take Neko into here. And just sell all this stuff, except for one robotics repair kit in case we need it. And there we go, that's starting cash covered. Let's go ahead and grab basic furniture blueprints just to have them. Research that. Okay, so now we have about 12,000 cats in our pocket, which is enough that we can kind of play. I was hoping that we would get scavenger backpacks here, but it's just not worked out that way. So instead, let's grab a couple loaves of bread. We'll get the good med kit for Neko, and a splint kit as well. And then I think it's time to get out of here. The next goal is, of course, we could use some clothes. Some armor would be good. So we're going to need to head back towards civilization. So we're going to go all the way over to Squin, if we can. They have an armor store there, and they are friendly to the Shek. We can't go north very safely into Okran's Gulf, just because the Holy Nation will be very hostile to Bugsby and Pike and Clarence. So we could send a runner, but we couldn't bring the whole team. And I'd like to keep the whole team together as much as possible in the early game, just to minimize the amount of multitasking I have to do for now, until everyone is kind of tough enough that they can be left on their own for a time if needed. Good, you ate the bread. Okay, is everyone recovering hunger? Yes, excellent. So, let's do the long walk. Oh. I looked away for a second and I heard growling. What has happened? Oh, okay, Bone Dog. First question, is anyone injured? No. Bone Dog runs at 14 miles per hour. And our slowest runner is Pike at 14 miles an hour. We can't reasonably fight a Bone Dog just yet. So we're gonna put everyone on sprint. And try and go up. Yep, that way, good. And then away. Just like that. And I may have to manually control the group for a bit instead of trying to run to a waypoint. So let's take everyone and put them on match slowest person speed and get away from that Bone Dog. Yeah, it's still chasing Pike because they are slow. And Pike still has a stat penalty from being hungry. So hopefully she'll speed up later. She continues to eat the food from Bugsby's bag. Oh, we're down to 4 pieces of meat. Well, that's awkward. Okay, are we still being chased by the bone dog? Yes and no. Something is staring at us. Oh, a pack of Garu. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's move everyone back to sprint, put Neko on jog. So the setup here is basically everyone has the medic job and the staying close to Neko job, and then I just command Neko to go places and everyone follows. Saves on having to micro each character. And usually doesn't cause issues. Pathing. Till the group gets really, really big. But that's a later concern. Alright, we are about halfway to our destination. About the only thing that could go wrong is if I'm inattentive and we get, like, devoured by a bone dog. There is a chance that we run into dust bandits. Carry cutting weapons, which could end really poorly if we get unlucky. Just due to dismemberment being infrequent, that would really suck. But hopefully nothing bad happens. Or nothing irrecoverably bad happens. This is Kenshi, we can't hope too much. Alright, let's just keep on marching. Oh, there we go on the map. There's a dust bandit camp to the south. You want to avoid that. Oh, and there they are. Okay. We've run face first into a pack of starving bandits. Not that we have much food to begin with. But we're going to take this fight, and we're probably going to lose. But getting beat up is part of the game. It's how you get tougher. And this is the safest possible kind of fight we could get into. So, let's see if we can make some martial artists out of these guys. Of course, it's not going to happen in one day or one fight. Go, Clarence! You're our only hope. Ow. Ow. Learn to dodge, buddy. Dope. Zerva down with crippled leg. Swinging his fist at the enemy. Trying to get in punches still. Okay. Oh, and crippled arm. And glitching out. Okay. Clarence, how you doing? Also getting pummeled across all limbs. Which is not ideal. I would like him to just fall unconscious. Oh yeah, and now he's so injured he can't swing a weapon. Okay, there we go. He's down. Okay, we are all down. Probably gonna take our food out of Bugsby's bag. Bugsby's bag. Oh, they only took 1. They took 1 meat. They left us with 2. How generous of them. Alright, it looks like Clarence is going to be the first person to regain consciousness. And hopefully he can medic up everyone. Oh god, Zerva, that's a lot of blood. Are you okay, buddy? Ah, left leg. This limb is gone forever. So remember when I said that would be a bad outcome? Well, here we are. Okay, Clarence, get up. Get up, buddy. I need you to stop the bleeding on our friend. That is a cinematic amount of blood. Oh, you have no... Oh, Clarence, no. Your arm is injured, so you can't first aid anyone. That is horrid. Theoretically, Zerva might regain consciousness. I'm not sure that his arms are in any state to medkit anyone either, though. This is really bad. Remember how I said a lot of my runs end at this stage? Well, here we are. Okay, let's fast forward and see if Zerva wakes up. Bleeding out. Okay, he's bleeding out and blood loss KO, so he's probably not getting back up. Goodbye, cruel world. As Clarence just says on repeat, my arms are messed up. My arms are messed up. Stares at his comrades. Well, that's unfortunate. Of course, he's saying that because he's trying to do the medic job on loop, and it's not working. But now we wait. Maybe Clarence's arms will get better. Oh, no, they definitely won't get better. Okay. Zerva has died from blood loss. Okay. Clarence, need you to pick up those medkits from our fallen friend. Arg? What Arg? Oh, your arm fell off. Clarence, no. That is wildly unfortunate. So everyone's wounds are getting worse. Oh, what can we do? What can we do? Okay. Trade with Bugsby. Grab the bedroll. Can we build the bedroll even with broken arms? No. No. Well, that's really unfortunate. Come on. No. Okay, I think we've lost this one, honestly, unless someone comes along that can heal us. There is a small chance that we could run Clarence to the hub and have him lay in a bed there and then maybe run him back, but I have doubts that we're going to get out of this alive. We're going to try. We're going to try. Hobble, Clarence. I believe in you. You're the main character now. Just keep hobbling. Okay, here's the hub. So we're going to run Clarence in to the Holy Nation Spy's house and just have him lay down. Hopefully that preserves his life. Come on, buddy. Okay. Here. And maybe that'll heal him enough so that he can then bandage himself and then try and rescue the others. Oh, what a start. It's brutal. Okay, he seems to have stopped healing. He just has a bunch of cut damage on him that won't heal just from bed rest, and he can't recover his arm. Can't bandage himself still. His arms are messed up. Okay, there's a backup plan we can attempt. We can go into the bar, and we can talk to... Yeah, there's someone here. Keiko is a brewer that we can hire for 6,000 cats. We're just gonna smash randomize a few times. Okay, Keiko, we're not gonna do a custom name for you. I'm in kind of a hurry. Take some medkits. I need you to go rescue people. We're just gonna let Clarence sit here. Yeah, sit down, Clarence. No, I said sit down. You can't sit on a pillow because your arms are messed up? Dude. What? Okay. Then how about you go lay in this bedroll over there, while Keiko here tries to carry the team. Let's go grab, first step, grab that bedroll from Clarence. Okay, and we need to get back to the group, all the way down there, so. Sprint, Keiko. Our team's survival depends on your ability to get down to the group and bandage them back to survival. There are their names in the distance. We don't have that far to go. Okay, we're here at the site of the battle. Let's just build this bedroll real quick. We're going to just stick Neko in the bedroll, then let Keiko tend to everyone's wounds. Let's just take this backpack away from Bugsby for now. Bugsby's dead. No! No, he died during the bandaging process. From a chest wound. Oh, yeah, because he's a hiver. His chest, he dies at -75. No. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, Keiko has Neko covered. Neko's not going to die. Pike is being bandaged. Pike is hopefully not going to die. Okay. So we lost 2 out of 5 of our starting characters. And it's horrible situations like this that make me not feel bad about robbing the robot at the start of the game. So we're going to wait until Neko can walk, and then we're going to pick up Pike and head back to the hub and try and recover. Oh god. Okay, we have starving bandits again. That's a problem. We're going to fight it out. Let's put the backpack in inventory so we don't get the combat penalty. Okay, there's Neko down again. Well, Keiko, welcome to the training pit. Let's just take the sword away and train her dodge. Okay, and we are down again. Now what I would like to do is, let's see here if Neko regains consciousness. Nope, recovery coma. Okay, then Keiko is going to stand up. Ow. To get that little toughness boost from getting up from the playing dead state. What is happening now? Dust bandits are fighting starving bandits. Oh no. But also, oh yes. Okay. Keiko, I need you to be conscious. Recovery coma. Dang it. You know what I should have done? I should have had Keiko bandage Clarence. He's actually laying in that bedroll with all the cut damage still on him. That's really bad. That is definitely a misplay on my part. If I screwed this up, are we gonna totally die again? I guess Pike is going to wake up at some point. So there's that at least. And there might be some dead bandits we can loot. Whether of the starving or dust variety. Okay. So we're not at a total loss here. Come on, Pike, get up, you're our only hope. And there's loot to be had, and friends to save. Oh, the injured bandits. Most of them got up and left. There are a few on the ground dying, and I refuse to feel bad for them given what they've just done to us. Pike is almost conscious again, and then can hopefully save teammates. Oh no! What is this? Oh, dust bandits. Okay. That's fine. No, Pike, why did you get up? No, I didn't give you an order. You shouldn't have gotten up. Go bandage Neko. Need you to make sure she doesn't bleed out. Okay. Well, beaten down again. Ah, bandage slowly getting worse. Okay, but Pike is listed as unconscious, so maybe she can get back up again. Dang it. And I hear sounds of combat. Looks like the starving bandits and dust bandits around the area are still fighting amongst themselves. Gross. Okay, Pike up in recovery coma, so we're back to the waiting game. Okay, Pike has woken back up and is playing dead, bandaging themselves, and it looks like there's no ongoing battle. Okay. Put Pike in stealth mode, see if she'll crawl. Oh, that works, okay. Please just sneak around and bandage people. Oh, that bone dog is eating the bandits. That's really bad. Can't. Maybe it'll eat the bandit and leave. But we're not really in a position to run away from the bone dog. So that's super awkward that he's shown up. We may have to sacrifice someone. Oh, we've been spotted. Very much spotted. Oh, there's dust bandits again. Oh no. Just keep bandaging everyone. Okay. Neko is still the most likely person to be able to run away from this situation, so let's just put her in the bed. Once she's conscious, we'll run her to the hub to bandage Clarence. I'd like to loot those corpses, but there's the bone dog, so let's go up and over to these other bloodstains and see what we can find. Just take all of this gear, at least the parts of it that might be useful for combat, not their pants and stuff. Okay. Just a dust bandit and a half of gear to be had there. That gives Pike some very basic equipment and a crossbow that she's totally untrained in using. Okay, how's the situation back here? Okay, good. Neko is awake. The bone dog is still eating corpses. So what we're going to do is get Neko on her feet, put Pike on passive hold, and we're going to first grab Keiko with Pike. Just sneak Keiko into the bed here. I think the bone dog is content to munch on corpses, so let's run Neko on sprint. We're gonna duck in here. Any of these dust bandits? Yes, that guy. Guy has a sword we could sell. I lied, I guess we are going to wear some clothes. So we'll take that sword, we'll take some basic clothes and the sandals that boost athletics for move speed. And we're just going to run Neko over to the hub. Oh, Keiko woke up. I'd like her to just stay in bed. Sneakily, if possible, until that leg is healed. Pike is obviously not going to be carrying Keiko on their shoulder at a speed that would outpace a bone dog. We need to go and tend to Clarence. He is still in bed, basically in stasis, just covered in cuts. Don't know how he's alive. Don't question it. It's just how the game works, how hivers work. What are those guys? Escaped Holy Nation Outlaws. We're probably friends. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's go over to Clarence here and just bandage him up. Okay, Clarence is bandaged. He's just gonna stay in that bedroll. Honestly, although I would love for Neko to go rescue her companions, she should probably also just wait until full health. How's the situation back with Pike and Keiko? Okay, Bone Dog is still contentedly munching on corpses. Our move speed for this group is still severely inhibited. We're not healing very fast in these bedrolls. There's really nowhere to go, though. Though we did manage to get one person to just run past the bone dog. Maybe these two can do so as well. Give Pike the sleeping bag. Let's just grab both of them and try that. Oh, Pike, you're really slow, buddy. Okay, we're gonna give both of them the command to run to the hub. Focus first on Keiko, because she's faster and therefore more likely to live. I had not planned on so many members of the starting team dying off break. I was already envisioning their lives and thinking of progression paths and stuff, but that's just not how this is played out. Ooh, what's that? That is a bone dog in a recovery coma. Which means we can profit a little bit off of this. Let's go up to it. Just tear out the leather and meat, and even the teeth. That's food for Keiko, and a bit of leather that we can sell. Don't know who killed that bone dog and left all the stuff on it, but we are going to benefit by it. Alright, let's run Keiko up to the hub. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Get her situated in a bed somewhere, or sitting in a chair, and then we'll go back and try and get Pike to safety. Again, the early game is very much just we are going to be scrabbling and struggling to just survive here in the border zone. And we need to find a left arm for Clarence if we make it that far, which may just necessitate a trip back over to the way station to the skeleton doctor. And a little more crime. Oh, there's the hub. Okay. Keiko is 95% probably safe. Unless there's a group of dust bandits inside the walls. Let's go over to the spy's house here. Her in bed, and we'll actually put... we'll move Clarence over to that bed as well for the faster heal rate. Just because he's very injured. Okay, and let's now go over to Pike. Slow. Part of it is that we equipped a bunch of armor, which slows them down. But they're actually halfway to the hub. Run, Pike. You're a survivor. Okay, Pike has safely made it back to the hub. Oh, don't mind us, just phasing through the floor for a second, just Kenshi things. Let's go find you a bedroll or something to rest in. There we go. Who has the trade backpack? Keiko does, and she's at full health. Excellent. So, first things first. Let's run Keiko over to the bar and re-up our food. Ooh, it looks like that bone dog right here, that bone dog belongs to the nomads, may have eaten something. Oh well, not our fight. So, let's go talk to the barkeep and just try and get some food for everyone. Let's sell the leather, we'll sell the wakizashi. Take the dried meat and the cooked vegetables for now. Does everyone still have medkits? Clarence kind of burned through medkits. Just one thing we want to keep everyone pretty stocked with. Okay, and we'll sell the junk bow, sell the horse chopper. We're kind of in a way, it's gonna be hard to train everyone in martial arts at the start, but it'll pay off, is my hope. Okay, have a sit down. Well, Keiko, you've been a good addition to the team. I didn't plan on hiring anyone this early, but it turned out to be necessary, both due to the situation and my own misplays. So, this concludes episode 1 of whatever this series is going to be titled. So, please remember to like and subscribe if you would like to see more. Many thanks to people who are regular watchers on the channel, and to the channel members for supporting me financially and allowing me to continue to make these videos in peace. And with that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye for now.